God, oh my god, oh my god, Trump wants Canada. The US is gonna take over. The boogeyman is on his way.
The sky is falling.
Ridiculous bullshit.
Just incredible.
Just incredible. Just incredible.
Just incredible.
It's your man, Jay Cred.
Just incredible TV.
Keep on rocking in the free world.
Told you this was all by design, and you know what's coming next, right? So we just had the annual meeting of global elites and dictators who want to control the world's population in all of their nefarious ways, which, you know, they talk about every year at Davos in Switzerland. The WEF or WEF or World Economic Forum, no matter how you want to call it, it is a bunch of unelected billionaires and politicians and policymakers trying to decide how to control us, try to scare us into submission, and a lot of the talk is using the climate propaganda to instill fear and control the population with social credit scores like they already do in China, carbon footprint tracking, digital surveillance states, like all that stuff that, you know, people like me have been worrying about for years.
We're developing, through technology, an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So, individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on.
Good morning, citizens. Your overnight account balances have been updated. Time to start a productive day. Final notice, your account balance is below 500. You need 50 credits by the end of the day to avoid automatic eviction. If you have missed work due to illness, you must provide a doctor's note to reclaim your credits.
Any extra credits? Please.
Tensions are high today, with more people planning to join the Citizens Against Digital Control protest. Remember, the government knows who you are at all times. Resisting is not worth the consequences. All of their newest social credit systems are designed to keep you and your families safe and efficient.
Authorities seized a record balance of an individual's credits, citing excessive hoarding.
Traffic violation detected. 7 miles per hour over the limit. 75 credits have been automatically deducted.
You have to be fucking kidding me.
Yep, you got the flu. Your blood work shows a significant iron deficiency. I recommend incorporating more red meat into your diet.
Dr. Jones, your taxes were not filed and have been automatically deducted with late fees. Your medical license has been revoked.
Oh, hell nah, I filed an extension.
Purchase denied. Monthly red meat allowance exceeded. Try mealworms instead.
Can you guys please let me through?
Attention. Unauthorized political gathering detected. Participants' access to financial services has been suspended.
Never gonna happen.
A good score brings benefits, but people with low scores lose rights. The cinema names and shames people considered untrustworthy, plastering their details, even their addresses, across big screens. The Supreme Court has created a blacklist for so-called bad citizens, those whose ratings have dropped to 0. On it are companies, but also 23 million people to date. Among them is this journalist Liu Hu. He got a little too close to uncovering corruption among high-profile party members. After being sued for defamation by the subject of a story he'd written, he was blacklisted. But he only realized when he tried to buy a train ticket and was told he was banned from traveling.
That tells me I'm still on the blacklist.
Punished because he's been branded untrustworthy by the state.
Once you're blacklisted, you can no longer get a bank loan, start a business, buy an apartment, or even send your children to a private school.
You, who is among a tiny minority of people who have dared to criticize the system, which some are calling a digital dictatorship.
I worry because I think many people like me will be deprived of individual freedoms.
How about new?
I always am suspicious of any leader or politician that actually would show up to that meeting. And it's, you know, if a leader or politician actually gets standing ovations and applause and cheering from all of the other elites in the room, that really should raise your eyebrows. And that's not somebody that you should put any trust in, and that's certainly not a leader that I would want for my country. Unfortunately, that's exactly what we have here in Canada. Trump did show up to that meeting, but he went for the opposite reasons. He went to tell them all to fuck off, basically, which I have massive respect for. Here's the differences between Carney and Trump at the Davos speeches at the summit, okay? And it says a lot more than people want to admit. Carney walked into a room full of global elites like himself, and he did exactly what the room rewards people to do. He talked in polished sentences, he used history references, he spoke in vague, we all know who I mean languages without actually mentioning the word Trump or the United States. Why? Because that room hates blunt honesty unless it comes wrapped in academic language and moral superiority. Carney wasn't speaking to voters. He wasn't speaking to you and me and other Canadians. He was speaking to the cool kids table at Davos. You could almost hear them nodding. The bobbleheads in the crowd, the approving murmurs, the finally someone said it energy, okay? Like the New World Order statements.
World Order.
Recently.
New World Order. New Weird Order. Nude World Order.
But you notice what he didn't do? He didn't name Trump once. He didn't name the US. He didn't stand there and own the criticism directly. It was safe. It was coded. It was polished.
But Carney said he would save us from Orange Bad Man.
I think we just got hoodwinked in the backside, Karen.
Now, I just want to remind everyone that getting a standing ovation from the global elitists that are hell-bent on destroying the middle class and controlling every aspect of your life is not a flex. It's not something to be proud of, and it's something that we should be shaming our Prime Minister on achieving. It's an embarrassment to Canada. If awards were handed out for standing ovations or speeches or photo ops, Carney's the man, but for results, he's just pathetic. For action, he's pathetic, except for the things we don't want him to do, which he's still pushing ahead with, such as gun confiscations and carbon taxes and controlling us all, censoring our speech, censoring the internet, etc. For the economy, he already destroyed the UK and he's actively working on doing the same thing to Canada now. There's a reason his nickname was Carnage Carney. Getting a standing ovation from the very same corrupt people in that room is a sign that he is on the wrong side of history and has nothing to do with the fact he's a great Canadian leader. The WEF is the organization that wanted us all to own nothing and be happy by the year 2030. Many of us shared the video that was from their site way back in 2020, and you still called us conspiracy theorists. COVID was the launching pad to a worldwide plan to economically destroy sovereign nations, bring us all under one surveillance power, telling us where we could go, what we could eat, what we could do, what we could own. There's been countless people like myself warning about this for years, and one by one, all of these check boxes are ticked, and these things are all coming true. And those people that called us conspiracy theorists are actually applauding what Carney's doing right now. Suddenly it's not a conspiracy anymore, they just think it's actually a good thing. They think it's good that we're leaning into China and trying to push away the US. By the way, how's that going for us? No big surprise now. Trump, just like I said, and many others, only a week ago, this is going to make Canada a huge target. And the United States is not going to tolerate China having influence in their biggest neighbor, trading partner, longest undefended border along the United States. Of course not. Not that we should be aspiring for such a thing anyways, but Sorry to break it to the elbows up anti-US crowd that lives here in Canada, but if you take the total dollar value of all the tariffs that the US is collecting on stuff that we sell them, divided by the total dollar value of the stuff that we sell them, you get a number of about 3 to 4%, which is the lowest number of any country around the world. But the media makes it sound like it's the end of the world.
Ridiculous bullshit.
Even people down south are warning their fellow citizens that Canada is the big threat. Well, a lot of us Canadians agree we are doing this to ourselves. And the White House says the last thing the world needs is to have China take over Canada. It's not going to happen or even come close to happening. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. I said this was going to happen. It's only been a week. It seems like President Trump cares more about Canadians than Carney ever will. Here's another proud Canadian. I, for one, am grateful for what Trump said. I can't imagine that Canada needs to be protected from our own government, but we do. Carney is an enemy to Canada. Only those with Trump derangement syndrome can't see it. Carney is the enemy. I absolutely agree. As a Canadian, I say thank you, President Trump. Call me a traitor, but damn, I don't want to be owned by China, and nor do our auto workers. It may be a bitter pill, but put Canada with 100% tariff on everything, including USCMA. Stop China from interfering in our elections. Come get us. These morons will blindly vote the communists back in with a majority out of fear masked as patriotism. There are no patriots in the liberal sector, just lunatics. So, I mean, this sort of stuff, like I said before on previous videos, a lot of this is theater, and it's being very well played out. Like I said, you know, Trump and Carney went into this together. There was no secret that Carney was going to use the evil boogeyman Trump as an election campaign scare tactic to get people to vote for liberals. And it worked. And now I think it's going to happen again. And there might be a snap election. And the liberals are going to use the whole Trump narrative again to put fear into the boomers who voted for him before and try to get a majority government. And it's sad, it's pathetic, and it's so predictable, just like the last election. So predictable. Mark my words, if we have an election, this is exactly what the liberals are going to do. It's going to be non-stop orange man bad rhetoric in the media. It's all going to be about Trump and how we have to fight back against Trump. It is so flipping obvious. And if you have more than one functioning brain cell, you would see this is the case. Wake the fuck up.
That was incredible.